Elena had always believed that her marriage with Marcus was a solid, unshakable union, built over 15 years of shared memories, successes, and family life. Yet over the past year, the cracks had widened, invisible to the outside world but glaringly obvious to her. It had started with small, almost playful remarks during dinner parties or casual gatherings with friends, comments about her weight, her inability to handle certain tasks at work, or subtle digs at her intelligence, delivered with a charming smile that made anyone observing think they were just a teasing couple. But for Elena, each remark felt like a knife slowly twisting in her chest, eroding her self-worth, leaving her questioning everything about herself, from her choices to her confidence, until she began walking on eggshells, afraid of what Marcus might say next, and yet unable to reveal the truth, fearing the shame it would bring to their image of perfection. She tried reasoning, talking quietly to him late at night, asking if he realized how much it hurt, but Marcus would merely shrug, claim it was a joke, and the tension would dissolve temporarily, leaving her with only the memory of humiliation and a rising storm of resentment that she buried deep inside. Her friends noticed subtle changes, the way she flinched at certain tones, the way she avoided making eye contact when Marcus delivered his clever little insults publicly, yet when asked, she would laugh it off, blaming fatigue or overthinking, unwilling to shatter the image of the happy couple everyone admired. But the tipping point came one evening at a charity gala, where Marcus, dressed immaculately and oozing confidence, publicly mocked her work, pretending to misunderstand her recent promotion, calling it a small achievement, while colleagues chuckled awkwardly, and Elena froze, cheeks burning, heart pounding, each laugh from the crowd echoing like betrayal, and in that moment, something inside her snapped. She realized she had spent 15 years prioritizing his comfort, enduring his cruelty silently, protecting his ego, and in return, she had been reduced to a shadow of herself, and she vowed that this time, she would no longer be silent. Over the following weeks, Elena became meticulous and patient, hiding her growing plan beneath the calm surface of normalcy, observing Marcus carefully, noting every lie, every public manipulation, every cruel jest, documenting with a precision that surprised even herself. She began recording conversations, saving texts, secretly capturing moments on hidden cameras she discreetly installed in areas he frequented, knowing that one day, the truth would need to be undeniable, explosive, and irreversible, and she waited, because she knew Marcus thrived on control, and any rash move would allow him to regain the upper hand. But patience was her weapon, and silence her ally, each passing day sharpening her focus like a blade, until the perfect moment presented itself. It arrived at the annual corporate award night, where both Elena and Marcus were expected to be guests, a glamorous affair filled with executives, clients, friends, and the city's elite, a stage perfectly suited for a spectacular revelation. Marcus, as usual, basked in the attention, charming everyone, but also slipping in small, humiliating remarks about Elena, questioning her contributions to her company, joking about her supposed lack of strategic vision, his words coated in humor that drew forced laughs from acquaintances, and the tension in Elena's chest grew unbearable, a storm ready to break, but she remained composed, a smile masking the fury within, knowing that tonight the world would see him for who he really was. As the evening progressed, Elena executed her plan with calculated precision, sending Marcus to retrieve a special document from the office, a move she orchestrated in advance, knowing it would leave him absent during the final part of the gala. Meanwhile, she arranged for the display of a video compilation on the large screens above the stage, initially framed as a tribute to their shared philanthropic work, but embedded within were clips from the past year, Marcus's cutting remarks at dinners, public humiliations at gatherings, private threats caught on hidden microphones, text messages mocking her achievements, and moments where he smiled while she visibly shrank under his words, each clip a dagger in the heart of the perfect image he had cultivated. The moment the video began, Elena stood by the stage, poised, heart hammering but voice steady, as the crowd's laughter turned to stunned silence, then murmurs, then gasps. Faces turned toward Marcus, who returned just in time to see his carefully constructed facade crumble in real time, his smile faltering, eyes widening in disbelief and then panic as the room absorbed the magnitude of his cruelty. A man once admired, now exposed as petty, malicious, and controlling. Elena felt a mix of triumph and heartbreak, tears pricking her eyes, not for revenge alone, but for the years lost, for the silenced dignity, for the life she had nearly forgotten how to live, and yet the sight of him, finally stripped of power, felt like reclaiming a part of herself she had thought gone forever. Marcus attempted to speak, to justify, to charm his way out of the mess, but the recordings were irrefutable, every sneer and insult, every manipulation laid bare before friends, family, and colleagues. His reputation, meticulously built over decades, unraveled in minutes, and Elena, watching, felt a strange mixture of sorrow and liberation, realizing that she had not only saved herself but also forced the world to witness the truth she had endured alone. The crowd, initially shocked, began to rally around her, offering quiet words of support, admiring her courage, her dignity in facing years of subtle torment with silent resilience, and Marcus, unable to recover, slunk away, his carefully maintained control shattered, leaving Elena standing in the center of the room, finally free, finally seen, finally validated. In the aftermath, Elena's life changed irrevocably. The house that once felt like a gilded cage became a sanctuary, a place where she could breathe, think, and rebuild. Marcus retreated into isolation, his career and social standing irreparably damaged, and the son they both cherished looked at his mother with newfound respect, witnessing the strength that had always been there but had been hidden behind years of endurance. Elena, once trapped by love and fear, now walked with confidence, aware that justice need not be violent, that patience and courage could expose even the most polished lies, and that heartbreak, though excruciating, could also be the catalyst for liberation and self-discovery. She never sought vengeance beyond truth. Her goal was not to destroy but to reveal, and in doing so, she reclaimed her life, her identity, and her dignity, leaving Marcus to grapple with the consequences of his actions alone, a man publicly humiliated, privately remorseful, and eternally marked by the cruelty he had inflicted on the woman who chose silence, observation, and timing over confrontation, until the perfect shattering moment revealed everything, and Elena, finally free, finally validated, finally herself, understood that power was not in the ability to control others, but in the courage to endure, to plan, and to act with precision when the world was ready to see the truth, turning her suffering into a force that neither Marcus nor anyone else could ever diminish again.